This historic event took place on Thursday, August 28, 2025, at a local hotel in Bakau, bringing together a diverse group of stakeholders, including central and local government authorities, development partners, civil society organizations, and experts in water resource management and climate adaptation. The development and validation of this policy mark a critical step in the Gambia's efforts to address the growing challenges posed by climate change, water scarcity, and environmental degradation. Rainwater harvesting as a sustainable water management practice offers a viable solution to supplement existing water sources, reduce pressure on groundwater reserves, and enhance water availability for both domestic and agricultural uses. Dr. Mohamed Lamin Sanyang, the WACA project coordinator, explained that the policy development process was fully funded under WACA's Component 2, which focuses on strengthening institutional capacity, policy frameworks, climate change adaptation, disaster risk reduction, integrated coastal zone management, and pollution prevention. He stressed that the policy provides a framework for sustainable rainwater use and conservation.
We should not consider this convergent as a mere validation of a policy. Instead, we need to understand that this policy is a framework for change towards sustainable rainwater use, conservation. This policy is a guiding principle. Also, it highlights institutional arrangements and implementation strategies to mainstream rainwater harvesting across.
As he delivered on its timely introduction, Dr. Sanyang said the policy aligns with WACA's flood risk mitigation efforts and supporting the Gambia's commitment to building a climate resilient and sustainable future.
So now if we have a rainwater harvesting policy and we're able to implement this, that means we will significantly mitigate flooding. Because part of the initiatives that we are working on is the nature-based solutions, whereby we'll have retention ponds to delay the flow of this rainwater from the houses to the stream, which eventually will cause a lot of flooding downstream. So therefore, this policy is really very timely, and the WACA project is committed in supporting our collective efforts to strengthen climate resilience, ensure sustainable water management, and secure a better future for generations to come.
The document emphasizes the importance of integrating rainwater harvesting into national water resource management strategies, climate adaptation plans, and community development programs. The policy also highlights the need for capacity building, public awareness campaigns, and the establishment of regulatory mechanisms to ensure the quality and safety of harvested rainwater. Abubakar Zaidi Jallo, Deputy Permanent Secretary Technical at the Ministry of Environment, Climate Change and Natural Resources, highlighted the strategic importance of this policy in the context of the Gambia's broader environmental and development goals. He noted that rainwater harvesting can play a pivotal role in reducing the over-extraction of groundwater, which has led to declining water tables and increased vulnerability to droughts. Therefore, this document aims to improve water security, support sustainable agriculture, and enhance the resilience of communities to climate viability.
The implementation of this policy marks a very critical step forward in our national efforts to sustainably manage our dwindling water resources. By harnessing the potential of rainwater harvesting, we can reduce the strain on our groundwater resources, which is currently very bleak, and enhance agricultural productivity, as well as improving water access to our communities, all of which is geared towards building resilience. This draft policy is the product of extensive collaboration and technical expertise. In this regard, I wish to specifically recognize the pivotal role played by the Department of Water Resources for their invaluable technical guidance during the process. Our sincere gratitude also extends to our development partners, particularly the West Africa Coastal Areas Resilient Project, for their steadfast financial and technical support, and to the consultant, Mr. Burama Sanyang, for steering this process.
The validation workshop provided a platform for extensive discussions among stakeholders, allowing for the refinement of the policy and the strategic implementation plan. Participants reviewed the proposed measures, identified potential challenges, and recommended strategies to ensure effective implementation. The Strategic Implementation Plan outlines a clear roadmap for translating the policy into action. The plan also sets targets for expanding rainwater harvesting coverage, improving technology dissemination, and monitoring progress through data collection and evaluation mechanisms.
Water harvesting itself is not new to the country. In its indigenous form, we've been going on for centuries. But these are very rudimentary materials and tools like buckets, calabars here, pans and here. Those have challenges. One, the amount of water they can store is going to be very limited. How long and how much can you use a bucket, a pan of water that you harvest from your roof? And secondly, also, the quality, water quality considerations. For instance, thatched roof. If you want to harvest rainwater from a thatched roof with all the contaminants that go along with it, it's going to be very critical. There is you cannot use it for water. If you want to use it, there is going to be a real risk unless there are a lot of filtration system or mechanisms used.
The validation of the first Gambia's National Rainwater Harvesting Policy and Strategic Implementation Plan has been depicted as a transformative development in the country's approach to water, resource management, and climate resilience. It establishes a robust framework to harness rainwater as a sustainable resource, reduce environmental pressure, and empower communities to adapt to changing climatic conditions. This first-ever policy sets the foundation for a more water-secure and resilient future for the Gambia. Maria Madem, reporting for StatV News.